Hey guys, it's me, Derek Duplessis, and I just wanted to take this time to invite you to be part of what Duplessis Foundation is going to be doing in the very near future. And I'm just going to take a little bit to explain what that it looks like. So for the past few years, we've gone through what I like to call R&D, research and development, really trying to figure out how 18 to 24-year-old artists from the inner city can really be successful, how we can actually scale that model. And we've tried everything from micro ventures where they work together to start a business to just everything under the sun that you could think of. But as an incubator, as an organization that functions to start and hopefully grow sustainable businesses, I didn't want to be in a place where, you know, the model is we start 10, two of them become successful, and eight of them fail. That's just not good enough. One thing that really, really struck me in terms of what is at stake is that only 9% of all businesses ever make $1 million in revenue. It's 9%. This is in the United States. Only 3% of all women owned businesses get to the $1 million level. And guess what that percentage is for folks who are African American? It's not even 1%. It's 1/10 of 1%. That's scary. And as far as I'm concerned, the biggest thing that we can do to narrow the gap in terms of the haves and the have-nots is really get more folks from the inner city to become successful entrepreneurs. And what I've done is I've taken the time to really observe and see what a successful business looks like in 2014. How can an artist really do what they need to do in 2014 to build a successful business? Well, I'm going to tell you a quick story about one of those people that I've been observing. His name is Steve Nixon. And Steve is a piano player, a jazz pianist, and he started out just making free jazz lessons available online. And he's since made hundreds of videos, all free, for folks who want to learn jazz. And what he's been able to do is create such a following for his lessons that he's actually put the lessons together, organized them, and sold them to that fan base. So instead of just creating a product and just figuring out who is going to want it, he first created a relationship with people where they know, like, and trust him. So I'm like, wow, isn't that incredible? And there's more and more stories like Steve's, like Lane Naiman, who's from Lexington, sort of local, and she has a business where she helps people who are in the scrapbooking niche, and she makes over six figures doing that. And she does the same thing. She coordinates conferences and she does stuff online where people come together, they learn, they form a community, and that little community of a few thousand people have really sustained her. And so I've said to myself, this is possible for the entrepreneurs that I am mentoring. For the artists to be successful, it's about them creating a relationship with their tribe, with people who really believe in what they do. But before I sort of just started going like, yeah, let's do this, I really wanted to try it out myself. So I created the Purpose Rockstar podcast. It's an internet radio show where basically I interview people who found purpose in their career, which is a nice dovetail into our pursue your purpose mission for Duplessis Foundation. So in the couple months that the show has been in existence, we've had 5,000 plus downloads, close to 6,000 downloads. We've had contacts from all over the world. I have contacts in Australia now, California, and Europe, Switzerland, UK, you name it. So a lot more people know about Duplessis Foundation than ever before. And then secondly, the people who are actually downloading the show are in 55 different countries. And down the line, I'm gonna keep growing this audience and then find a way to monetize it. Well, with the success of the podcast, I really want to implement something very similar for each one of the mentees. And that's what we're going to be doing for the summer and the rest of the year. It's really focusing on building the networks of each of these artists from Boston's inner city. And then from there, really creating a platform, which would be a website, where they can communicate with folks, update folks, let folks know what they're doing, but also become the leader of a very small tribe where those people can come to the mentees as thought leaders, as people that they come to when they want to learn or they want to connect around a very specific topic. So I'm really, really excited about this development. And where you come in is we're starting a program called the Wonderful 100. And this group of folks, which hopefully will include you, will be 100 people that will contribute at least $100. And what are we going to do with that money? Well, we're going to create websites for each of the 5 mentees for Duplessis Foundation. So by the end of the summer, each one of our mentees is going to have a website which will be their platform. In addition to that, we'll be able to pay our rent here at Space with a Soul. You can see behind me. We're going to be moving into a very new facility, but at the same price, $450 a month. And for a year, we'll be able to cover all of our expenses. And it's a great space where we can work side by side with for-profit entrepreneurs. So it's really been a great boon for me to be able to be here. But paying out of pocket is just not the way to go. So that's why you, part of the Wonderful 100, can really help us make that surge. And I really appreciate your help in doing that. So if you're watching this video on our Razoo page, you can contribute $100, $500, or even $1,000 towards our cause. So I really, really appreciate your consideration. If you want to have any questions about what we're going to do, you want some more detail, etc., feel free to contact me. You know how to reach me. My information is going to be somewhere on this page. So thanks a lot. Looking forward to connecting with you very soon.